As me, I think you are free to experience things, to make mistakes. I personally align my work based on certain formats. So if I know I'm going to do a POV, maybe a 645 is the best because I have 16 exposures. I'm not going to waste them all. Hey, welcome back. It's me, CHRISTIN. Let me drink some water if you don't mind. Hey, today I'm going to share with you something important because I posted a little clickbait video on my YouTube channel that I was saying I can make a 35 mil to look like 120, and I posted this video on a group on Facebook. I think that group has more than 50,000 people. So I was just blown away to see the reactions because, of course, the human eyes react to what they see. So people saw the title and they just went crazy. So I touched some people's sensitive. I touched some people feeling by saying that. So people came at me and say, "Yeah, you don't know what you're talking about. You're a joke. You're this." And as always, I'm always calm. So I just wanted to react to that video and say, look, first of all, for those who watched the video, I think they understood. So there was a big group of people that reacted to the title, but also some people that have, let me see what this guy is talking about. So they understood my point, and they also had the same, let's say, frustration or feeling, or just they could identify to what I said. And that was the good thing about it, because I really wanted to start that conversation. So why do I think that was important? Because first, what I said was I see a lot of people, a lot of photographers in my area. So I'm not talking about the whole 7 billion people on Earth. I'm talking about people that I know, people that I follow on Instagram, some people that are starting shooting film that talk to me on Instagram or on Facebook that ask me certain questions. I'm talking about those people. So I don't know about people in your area or in your country, but I address that video to people in my circle. Honestly, as a beginner, I think the most important, I'm talking about my personal experience as a beginner. I think the most important is to first to understand how film work, to really understand even just how film stocks work, to experience all the different film stocks. When I first decided to pick as an adult, to pick my 35mm camera, I was not really looking into which camera was the best. I mean, even though low-key I wanted to have a Leica, but I just wanted to really experience the different type of film stock. I was really obsessed to see certain film stocks. So I wanted to learn how to shoot them all. I wanted to learn the ISO, how does it work. I wanted to learn everything about different film stocks and how to expose them well. When I first started, Instagram was not a platform where, so I take a picture and I'm going to run and post it on Instagram. It was mostly nostalgic. So because I said on my previous video, my father is a film shooter. I grew up in a household where film cameras was always around. I have a Zenit camera, like a German Zenit camera. I don't know if it's German or Russian, but anyway, I have a small camera. I have a disposable camera. So getting into film, it was mostly nostalgic. It was not really because it was popping or I watched certain videos. It was not. So coming back to the point, I feel like, and of course, do what you want. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I don't want this video to be biased, to be everybody should think the same as me. I think you are free to experience things, to make mistakes, to buy a 4x5 camera and realize I ain't got the money to spend to buy all these, negatives. It's just too heavy. I don't want to carry a camera in my suitcase and go film with it or take pictures with it. So you maybe lower down your expectations and also reality, because at the end of the day, yeah, you want to have the RB67 or the RZ because your favorite photographer has it and because it shoots bigger format. But to me, maybe because I've been in this for long and I have just a different approach. But to me now is mostly on what is the ultimate goal. So am I going to just have fun with these pictures, share my love with certain film stock, share my love with the process of shooting film. So this is just going to end up on social media. So which format should I pick? So I make that decision even before to do any photo shoot. Example, I'm not going to shoot a portrait of straight POV on a 6.7 camera. It doesn't make sense to me to go on the street to spend 5 rolls of film because I'm just going to shoot random people. And I see these people do this a lot. And those videos are working because a lot of people want to get into medium format. But is it good? I mean, yes and no. Yes, because you're learning how to shoot film, and also being on the street and shoot strangers is the best way to boost up your confidence and also to know your equipment. Because if you're about to stop someone on the street, you better know how to, you know, to level up your TLR camera. You better know how to pick up. You just need to know your gears, but also know, because I feel like you're wasting money. You're wasting film. You can. I think you need to. I personally align my work based on certain formats. So if I know I'm going to do a POV, maybe the 645 is the best because I have 16 exposures. I'm not going to waste them all. I'm not going to take my 6.7 camera. I can take my 35 even better because I'm going to have more frames. So this question of which film stock or which format is the best, honestly, there is no such thing as best. But for those people that say, I like medium format because of the depth of field, because that depth of field is, I just love the depth of field on medium format, which I agree. Like, you cannot have the same depth of field example on the Contax 645 and on the Contax 35 mil. It's impossible, even though it's going to be blurry, but that creamy 6.7 bokeh is different. But of course, as a pro is different. I think as a beginner, if you have a 35 mil camera, example, if you have, I saw one guy that was shooting with, I think it was a Canon EOS 1, the big one that looks like a 1DX Mark II. And he was using the 1.2 lens. And honestly, those portraits were so good. The lighting was so beautiful. It just made me, like, I remember it made me feel like, why am I shooting 6.7 back in the days? So I think today as a beginner, we always think about, I'm going to share my work right now. So let me shoot my picture, post them on Instagram, and that's it. But as a person, I think that has, I think, more experience, you will see other guys that have 4x5 cameras because they know exactly why they are using their camera, and they know exactly on which equation to take which camera. Hopefully, my my opinion was not taken wrong. I've seen a lot of people react to the video. At one point, I just stopped reading the comments because it was just too much people thinking that, what is this guy talking about? So I was just laughing. It was funny to see how you can hurt people's feelings so fast. So yeah, honestly, I'm loving this. I'm loving this exchange that we have on this YouTube channel, and thank you, because I just saw that I crossed 200 subscribers. I'm really grateful. I'm definitely not taking this for granted. Let me just see. how many subscribers. I have 277 people. This is a lot. So I have 277 people that wait for my videos. Thank you. Hopefully you're being creative in this quarantine time. It's so hard to even just be consistent. Like, I'm supposed to post a video every Friday, and sometimes you just cannot, especially when you have kids. In this time, they're not going to school, so you have them around all the time. So I just hope that we do more videos like this, where we talk, where we share our work. I'm going to do another video next time where I will talk about my favorite film shooters of my generations. I'm not going to talk about people from the 80s or the 90s. I'm going to talk about people that I love right now. I'm watching a lot of 90s people from my generation shooting film, and I'm loving it. So my next video will be about people of my generation, people of my age, shooting film, having fun, from different countries. And yeah, I just love this energy.
Definitely great to see my work in the Times or in other publications, and for it to be exposed to other people to see. But if anything, it also just made me realize that I just want to continue to work harder, because I feel like I'm really just getting started. It's all about my sensitivity as a Black man, as a person in this society, and just trying to reflect what's out there in the world and into photographs.
I feel like film shooters were like aliens. Okay.